Oh, hello everyone. Good evening, everyone, and happy Teachers' Day to all. On this a special day, we at the SkyWay Space Club are honored to host a unique webinar on selfology, that is a scientific study of self. Science has helped us understand the universe outside, but selfology helps us to discover the universe within ourselves. So, we are privileged to have with us Dr. Shibesh Kumar Jas Pacif, sir, who is the founder and director of Passive Institute of Cosmology and Selfology, Orissa, and he has written several books, including Selfology, Cosmology for All, Cosmic Premier. So, on this Teacher's Day, it is true honor to learn from a teacher who not only share the knowledge of science but also the wisdom for life. So, let's welcome Dr. Shibesh, sir, who guide us into the world of selfology. Thank you so much, sir, and welcome, sir.
Thank you
Welcome
very
so
much.
much, sir.
So, good evening to all of you. I hope a lot of students they know me well since the past 4 5 years. We have started a science popularization group. Now it is so popular, and a lot of students have got a lot of benefit out of it. And gradually, as Hari told, that one of my other students is here, Bharati. She is dear to me, and she is associated with me since the past 5 years. And Dr. Rajesh Kumar sir, Veena madam, all of you are here. First, I must say Happy Teachers' Day to all our seniors and also all our learners, because they are teaching us how we should teach to all of you, isn't it? So all of you are here, teacher, and all of you are students. We are learning what to learn, and we are learning how to teach, both the things. So in this mm, uh, Hari, Bharti, and some of my other friends, other scientists, little scientists, they have encouraged me to speak something on selfology. That is my pioneering subject. I'm trying to make it since the past 15, 16 years. I'm trying to make it. And due to some lot of pressures, I couldn't do this earlier, but gradually I have started this, and now it has taken a shape of an institute. So, is the cosmology and selfology. Cosmology, as you know, all of you, about studying the whole universe, and selfology, that I'm trying to say, exploring our inner universe that we are living. I will tell you a lot of things about this in my talk. So, without delay, we shall start, and let us learn something how this selfology can help us to shape our future better, and it can help specifically all the students. So all my focus is for the students only. Most of the things, whatever I do in my life, that is more and more inclined towards the students only, mostly. Because I hope that students they are the beings who can shape the society, who can shape the nature. Okay, so let us start this. So shall I share the screen, Hari?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay. So as you can see here, selfology, it is a pioneering subject for me, and already the selfology term is registered as a trademark registration under my supervision. And this is selfology means a scientific study of self. So we will describe here how this selfology can lead us from information to transformation. Most of our education that is actually more and more going towards information only. But let us do how this psychology can shape us, this information to transformation leader. So this is the outline of my talk, where I will describe for 1 hour here. We will be here, and I will describe some introduction. Then what is psychology? Then we discuss about Indian perspective, the education of Indian perspective, that then and now, what was there earlier in India and now, that you will get to know some basic facts about our Indian education system also, earlier education. Then what has been done now, that we will discuss. Then evolution of modern education and the crisis. The major problem is the disconnection between the outer and inner. That will, most of the people think that psychology is something, some spiritual, religion, all those things. No, I will describe here nothing about that. We will discuss everything scientifically, and I will tell about the arrival of the technology and AI. Then we'll go for the why we need psychology. Then all these things about how in psychology can be integrated into education. Then my institute, what we are doing and what we have the plan. And also I will tell you what psychology. I will show you my book also, some content I will show you how the psychology will help us. Okay. So we will start with this slide. Just see this picture here. You can see we are so happy for children when a child takes birth. Almost everybody they get happy. A very beautiful face, a very, what you can say, dazzling face, a cute child we can see. But we do not ask a lot of things. We just pour a lot of things into the child and send him to such kind of jail. That is a psychological jail, as you can see here. As a child takes birth, we just pour them. They give a name, a surname, a religion, a nationality, ethnicity, all these things. Just we pour, and without his consent, his or her concern whether that newborn child want that or not, isn't it? That is our society. So it is not a rebellion thing. Just with I am trying to tell you what is being done in whole of the world, not only in India, in all of the world. So when somebody asks a children, when the child grow up, anyone asks, everybody say, I am a name, a surname, a caste, community, region, nationality, religion, family, clan, dynasty, and relationship with a VIP person, relationship with a high profile person. All these things, most of the people try to say, I am this. So now you can see all these kind of identifiers. All these are identifiers, not definitions, isn't it? So most of the people, they identify themselves with these kind of things. And we can see most of, not most, everything, almost everything are related to socio-economic identifiers only. Means some artistic and commercial definitions. Means I am rich, that is economic. I belong to this family. This is artistic identification. I am related to this person. This is a artistic identification. But not a single thing is scientific. As we can see here. So most of them, whatever we give answer, I am this, whatever it is, they are more and more related to artistic and commercial means of personal identification. And most of them are persona. Persona means a fake face. The word personality, if you try to explore, what is personality? Personality means what we are actually, that we don't want to say, and we say that I am this, and this. That is the fake face. That is called the persona. From that persona, the personality word came. So most of us are actually show our fake face, not the real face. Okay. So this personal identification, whatever given, that is not a single thing has been chosen. Most of the things, if you say, just ask yourself now, whatever you say, most of the things are given, not chosen by you, isn't it? So we must ask, do any of these outward identification really define oneself? Does any of them define? No, not a single thing define us. They are identifications. So we have identity card, not definition card, isn't it? So it is our, as a human being, we must ask, we must explore fundamentally, who am I? And again, when this question comes, most of the people think that this is related to religion or such kind of. In India, there's some Muni Rishis, they are going for the renunciation, and they are sitting in a tree in the jungle. No, so those are different things. We are not discussing this. Just we ask the question fundamentally, who am I? Okay, so let us ask the question and try to explore. Okay, we are not harming anything. We are just asking the question. Okay, as a thinking human being, we must ask scientifically, naturally, fundamentally, and not just believe on artistic and commercial means whatever is given to us by the society, by the politics, by the family, by anything. Okay, so not as written in any scripture, not given by culture, not believed but understood with some authenticity. So if you go just search it, a lot of videos are there in the YouTube, a lot of literature are there, and whenever you go, specifically in India, go and they just say, what you are asking this question, just go see our old literature, see in the Vedas, see in this, see in that, see in that, see in that kind of thing. Everything is written. So everything is written, they have not even explored, they don't even know where it is written, but they say that it is written in that way. Okay, so that is called, we can hypocrisy. So first we let us learn, let us try to understand in which literature it is there, let us get some knowledge, but those are given by others, not even understood by ourselves. So as a scientist, as we are in a scientific era, we must explore that scientifically. There are some sound coming. Hari, please mute all of that.
Yes, please mute everyone.
Okay. So
Hari, please mute others.
Yes, 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 I know.
okay, so as you can see, this is a simple example, a scientific definition I am saying. If just let us first consider our body, let us forget other things. Just see your body, what your body is made up of. If you see, your body is mostly, according to our science, most of them is oxygen, 65% oxygen. If you are 100 kilogram, then 65 kilogram is only oxygen, which is of the nature, which is of this earth only, okay, in the universe. And we are 65% of that oxygen. Then carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus, molybdenum, you can say chromium, lithium, uranium, beryllium, boron, a lot of all the more than 60, even gold, you can see. So around all these things, these constitutes our human body. And if we ask with a physicist, they will say that 7 into 10 to the power 27 atoms our body is made up of in general. And when you ask to a biologist, he will say around 37 trillion cells or 38 trillion microbes plus. That is another thing, because bacteria, virus are there around in our body. If we are 100 kilogram, then around it is 49 kilogram is weight of the bacteria and virus only, and the fungus, all those, and rest of the we are made up of. So these are physically, biologically, we can say we are made up of these kind of things. Okay, so this is, we can say, yeah. So scientifically, this we can say our body is made up of this, but still we cannot say I am this body. Okay, this is my body. I am not this body. So let us explore furthermore. Okay, again, you can see whatever the people give this, whatever the name given. For example, we have taken birth in India, and your name is Rajesh Kumar. If you have taken to China, when we taken birth, you took someone took you to China, you grow up there. So your name might be there in Ming House, isn't it? That means Rajesh Kumar is not your name. That is not, you are not Rajesh Kumar. That is an identification given by others. Okay. That means name, I am not the name. Similarly, I am not the surname. I am not the caste, community, region, religion, nation, everything. Nothing is there. If you can see. All these are just few years of history, few decades of history, few hundred and maximum few thousand years of history we have. More than 10,000 years old, we do not know anything about ourselves. Okay. So you can see all these are example. You can see age of the earth is around 4.5 billion years. Mankind is 2 lakhs years. Then all kinds of these religions or whatever you are, most of the people are associated to this. These are only 400, 1,000, 2,000 years old. Okay, but each atom in human body are billions of years old, made in stars, and each of those billions of years history physically. That means physically our body is more than whatever we know. Okay, whatever the 1,000 years of history we know. So let us ask more from where this came to exist. When you ask a geologist, or you can ask yourself, you can see geologically you are go beyond down and down and down, and you can know about yourself, where you belong to from different eras. Biologically, you can ask yourself, what is your origin of life? Then when you see the origin of the solar system, when you go back here, you were existed here also. You were also all of the body part they are existed here even. Okay, and they are existed in the beginning of the universe also, cosmologically also. These are some other kinds of history we must explore and ask yourself. You can see here a small planet here on Earth. We are here, which is made up of the star dust. How they came to exist, you can see, go back, and 4.6 billion years. So all of your body part also made from here. You were existed here itself, isn't it? And before that also you were existed here. So that means we are billions years of old. The structure, that means, and one thing I must say, there is no birth, there is no death. There is only transformation of energy from one form to another form. Again, now see physical form. All we are talking about the physical form only. Even not we have spoken about the other forms of matter. We do not know about that. Okay, so that is our research category, where that means beyond physical reality, what is there? That is our research. Okay, so here you can see also we are existing here just before 2 lakhs years, and after 2 billion years, when the sun will die, Earth will go into the sun, and sun will become a white dwarf. Then also we will be existent. Everything in your body, all the oxygen, all the nitrogen in your body will be there in different form. Okay, so as you can see in this universe, vast universe, this a schematic diagram, we can say our cosmic insignificance. Every dot you can see is a galaxy, and every galaxy contains billions and billions of stars. Okay, out of those, somewhere here you were, the Earth is there. So let us ask, where do our solar system, the Earth, we exist in the cosmos? And if you see here, for example, you go out of the Milky Way galaxy, and you can see the Milky Way with Earth, Milky Way without Earth. The universe doesn't care whether we exist or not. Still, we say that I am somebody special. That is the problem there. So in a world driven by progress, exploration, and a lot of information we have, everything we are exploring, that means what is money, what is this, what is that, who is that, which Russia is fighting with Ukraine, India is fighting with Pakistan, all those things. But we are not asking the question, who am I? That means the self is not touched by our education system, or by our also own personal inquiry also we are not asking. So a comprehensive scientific study, exploration of self, is not there in our education. We are exploring a lot of artistic subjects, commercial subjects, politics, psychology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, but we are not exploring ourselves. There is no such kind of stream. So that is our effort to bring this selfology, so that will help us. We will see how this will help. The one other problem I must say about here is, if you see whatever the problem you are facing, for example, you are a student, or you are a professor, you are a teacher, you are a scientist, what problem you are facing in your life, I'm not saying all the problems, but some problems are there where you ask fundamentally, what is the major problem I am facing? Then we will understand that you do not know yourself properly. You do not know yourself fundamentally. That's why that ignorance of self is the root cause of all the problems. One more problem you can see, most of the people, you can observe in the society, some people, they by birth they say I am superior because I have taken birth in a certain family which is very what you can say precious family, or in a clan, in a dynasty, in a community, or a certain skin color or social levels, or in a rich tradition I have taken birth. That is what kind of superiority is there? That is not superiority. That is just our belief. And some people say they say that I belong to from this inferiority community. So, and the problem is there, even these kind of people, they take part in cheating, lying, theft, violence, all these things. Still they say I belong to this certain kind of family, so I am superior. And some people, those who have a lot of potential, self-doubt, even they say that because I'm inferior, so I cannot do anything. So these are the major problem our whole society is suffering all over the world, starting from the Africa to Europe to America. And in India also we can see all this. So the worth of a human being is not defined by birth or levels, but by awakening of one's own self. So as you can see, so it is our duty, or as a thinking human being, we must explore ourselves multidimensionally, not just one direction only. So the truth of self that can be searched from all the directions. This example all of you know. So if somebody asks you what is an elephant, and all these 5 people are blind people. So blind people say someone touch the ear, someone touch this tail, and say elephant is like this. But it is not important to say or write a book. All of these 5 blind people can write books on what is an elephant. But that is not the truth. When they open their eyes, means this person, it takes some awaken, or he open his eyes and see, and go round of the elephant and see, okay, this is the elephant. Now no need to write a book, isn't it? That we are not doing. So most of us are actually inclined towards only artistic and commercial levels only, but scientific levels, very, very less people. Even now, nowadays, people are studying science, but earlier it was very rare. So it is our duty to think beyond our artistic and commercial levels. I'm not saying about arts and commerce subjects. I'm saying about the thinking. Means when you blindly believe or you do not explore, that is artistic. When those beliefs you use for your socio-economic gain, that is commerce. But when you try to understand all those things properly from all the directions, whatever you can, through experiment, through experience, through some observation, statistics, mathematics, all these things, that is, we are saying, that is, I am calling science. Not I am calling, this is science. Okay, so now let us explore this, the educational shift of 21st century. Education has moved from rote memorization to digital access. Now you can see, earlier most of the people, they were just memorizing. Now also that is happening in most of the places. They are just memorizing the things and writing in the examination, getting marks and saying I am educated. Is that education? Right education? So, but still, now our society is getting changed with some digital access, AI learning, all those things. From classroom are not only confined. Now you can see, earlier people were not even able to go to school. Now you are able to reach a lot of professors, teachers, and scientists. So this is, you can see, it is not in the school, is not in the four walls. We have reached a digital access now. And now also the education, what to think to how to think. So our focus has shifted from what to think, what to think, just particular, just focus on one kind of study. No, now we focus on how to think, how to know more and more, how to know fundamentally. This is a shift from our education system. Then teaching steps to developing skills. Now just knowing that how a motor works. Now we can experiment, we can bring and how we can make our own motor and say that how it works. Okay, so again, one more thing you can see, but we are missing who is the thinker and why thinking. So whatever we are doing, we are missing this thing, who is that thinker and what we are missing there. Okay, so you can see we have embraced technology and we are gradually neglecting these few things, that is inner awareness, purpose-oriented learning, and understanding of the self. We are not knowing ourselves fundamentally and living a life. The result I will show you in our next slides. The core question we must ask in our Selfology is, what is missing in current education? Lack of self-awareness, ethical grounding, and purpose, and overemphasis on data and degrees, and underemphasis on direction and path. Fragmented knowledge, no integration of the self in learning. That means whatever our knowledge, most of them are fragmented. Means we are just fraction of something we are knowing. Then let us ask this question: can AI replace self-understanding? So you can ask also AI, ChatGPT, any Grok AI, anyone you can ask, and you try to think on this. AI can process very fast. It can predict. It can simulate intelligence, but AI cannot feel, reflect, realize, or transform. Even we make a andro-humanoid robot, still the problem is that they process the data. For example, now there research going on. When you are sad, then robot can see you that you study all the patterns and say you are sad. So accordingly, the robot will behave with you. If you are happy, the robot will behave according to you. But still, the problem is that they are not self-aware. Consciousness and conscience remain uniquely human. So let us explore this. The purpose of Selfology is this aim to bridge the gap between outer learning, that is objective exploration, and inner awakening, that is subjective understanding. And this complements AI by nurturing self-awareness. It do not replace AI or technology. It complements. Means if I'm a technologician and or I'm a very expert in AI, but if I don't have self-awareness, I must more is this chance that I will destroy a lot of things. But if I am self-aware and I have a lot of power of AI, then I can construct. That is very necessary nowadays. And shift of education from informative to transformative. So what is Selfology then? That's what I am trying to say. Is Selfology means a scientific study of self. That self. So most of the people, when I have started this, most of the people were saying that self means some the atma, soul, or this or that something. So I'm saying no, and that is that we are not saying anything. We are just inquiry. There is an we are inquiring that what is this self. So that is study. Okay, so a branch of study to understand self fundamentally using various scientific disciplines. So all the physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, philosophy, psychology, all these things we will go through. And philosophy, that philosophy means love of truth. That means philosophy, the meaning of philosophy is a love of truth. and the practical experience. So that is, we can say in Hindi, it is called Bhavanamai Pragya. So three kinds of education we have in our Sanskrit. There is a slok, I forgot that, but the meaning is that we have three kinds of stages. First is Srutamai Pragya, whatever we get from others. Second is Chintanmai Pragya, means what we think. And the third one is Bhavanamai Pragya, what we experience. So these are actually this Bhavanamai Pragya, this is Chintanmai Pragya, and here we have some informative disciplines and some experimental disciplines. So a transdisciplinary field of study aimed at comprehensively understanding the self. So selfology is a transdisciplinary. There are, first one is disciplinary, means just studying one discipline, that is a disciplinary. Second is multidisciplinary, means we can work in many fields, but there is no connection. Interdisciplinary means we work in many fields and combine all of them. And transdisciplinary means let us, if needed, we go beyond the disciplines and explore. So selfology is a starting from the interdisciplinary to transdisciplinary area of study. So this subject integrates physical, biological, psychological, and also non-physical dimensions, that is metaphysical also you can say, in a scientific inquiry into the nature of self. The primary motivation behind this endeavor is to provide profound insights into the true essence of the self. And selfology, this selfology, as I told you, has a lot of potential that I have seen, and also whatever I have explored in my whole career, starting from the Upanishads to present cosmology or physics or mathematics, all these things, that I have seen that this knowing the self has a lot of potential to solve our humanity's problems. So what is not selfology? Not tied to any so-called religion, traditional concept of spirituality is not spirituality, not at all. Free from dogmas, rituals, and external belief system. And the core focus is self-exploration as the foundation for authentic self-discovery, personal growth, and transformation. Selfology encourages an inward journey, not for escape, but for alignment with the truth. So we will explore our inner self towards the truth. Core disciplines of selfology, that is reason, logical and critical exploration of one's true nature. Second one is reflection. First we ask the question logically. Then second, reflection. We sit silently and observe our each and everything of our body, what is happening. Then understanding. Then we go for the realization. So as you can see here, most of us are most of the society, human people, they are living in only physical, physiological needs. Some go for safety needs, some these needs, and very few who go for this, and hardly anyone go for this. You can see air, water, food, shelter, all these things are physiological needs. Second one is our personal security. No violence, no crime, no war, these things. So these are safety needs we need. Then we need a relationship, friendship, and relationship, all these things we need. Next is self-respect. So you can see most of the people, you can see the more and more deprived people, they left here. Some go for here, some go for here, you can see. So in this way. So this is the ladder. We must go. So the last one we can see self-actualization. This is our creativity, personal growth, moral development, all these things we go, and we transcend all the levels. So education in Indian perspective, if you ask the question, in India there were ancient education system, that is Gurukul system. So I am not saying, I am not in favor of Gurukul or against the Gurukul, just I am explaining. Okay, so please don't hurt about these words or whatever I am writing here. Okay, just try to understand. Gurukul system here, a way of life, education, integrated knowledge, life skill, ethics, and self-realization. There were first started with the informative knowledge, information, then life skill, then they were learning ethics, and self-realization. Then they are coming back to home and applying all this knowledge to the real life. And students were called the शिष्य. शिष्य means जो सीखने को तैयार है. शिष्य means जो हमेशा सीखने को तैयार है. From the birth to the death, that is called शिष्य. Lived with the teacher or guru. Guru word is also comes from the guru means bhari, which is very heavy. It is heavy than earth, just in a philosophical meaning, right? So you can say that is teacher in nature-centric settings. So schools were more and more in the nature-centric settings were there. Learning methods were oral tradition, श्रुति and स्मृति. सुनना और उसको याद करना और बोलना. So श्रुति and स्मृति. Then debates, shastra and artha. So debates, we are speaking something. Now whatever also we doing. Then reflection, that is called the manan, means chintan, chintan manan, not chinta. Chintan manan means thinking very deeply and then realizing. That is the nididhyasana. So these were some steps or stages of our Indian education system. And dual focus is Brahma and self. Brahma means not Brahma I am saying, the God Brahma not I am saying. Brahma means the whole universe. Just like we say universe means Brahmanda in Hindi. So that is the Brahma means which is expanding. So in this sense, Brahma means expanding universe. And self means the which is intrinsically there. That is self. So Brahma, the ultimate cosmic truth. So how we can explore it? Through science, cosmology, mathematics, language, and other things. Self, not Atma. It is Atman means the self, the inner essence, the character, the conduct, the conscience, the conscience, the self. Okay. And core objectives, develop Viveka. Viveka means the same conscience, the discernment, the dharma here, the righteous conduct, not that our religion. Then mukti as liberation. So these were some basic things were there in Indian education systems, and they were not just exploring outside, they were exploring inside. And also, if you see any structure, if you want to make a 20-story building, you have to go down at least 3-story down, 3, 4, 5 story down, then you have to go to the 20-story. If you just want to make a 1-story building, you just have to only 5 feet or 6 feet down. You have seen this. Okay. So if you want to make a tent only, then you don't have to make any foundation. Just make a tent. Okay. So the higher you want to go, you have to go deeper. So this is the exploration of the cosmos outside, exploration of the self inside. And you see, no tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. So you can see, if you want to go to the top, you have to go to down, deep down to the self. So this is the way we must learn. And in Upanishad, there was a saying, Saha Vidyaya Vimuktaya, true knowledge is that which liberates. And also in Know Thyself, that is our Upanishad. Ancient education was not subject-centered, but also self-centered. So they were objective knowledge also and subjective knowledge also. There were some universities which are so famous. You can see these are Ratnagiri, Vikramshila, Jagatala, Nalanda, Takshashila. These were ancient universities which were there where education system with geography, political science, astronomy, with meditation, yoga, and adhyatma. Adhyatma means adhyayan atmaka, means swayam ka adhyat. All these were actually together with astronomy, Ayurveda, economics, politics, all these things. So these were centers of learning. And when people say India was attacked by some invaders, if you try to really explore that actually people were coming to for this, they were attracted by these universities, not only by the wealth India had. So they were coming for here to explore this, to know this, or some people came here to destroy this also. That was also the some point. So their distinction lay in their profound knowledge of outer universe and inner universe. And this ancient education system reflects a profound recognition of interconnectedness of the knowledge and self-discovery both. And that's why we must go explore the outer universe and inner self also. Okay, and in ancient centers of learning, the pursuit of knowledge was inseparable from the exploration of the consciousness. Both were the same thing. I can tell you one story on the Upanishad, but later it will get time. Okay, so let us explore this one. Now explore evolution of the modern education system, you see, in colonial legacy. So that was the ancient Indian education system which was destroyed. Later, how it destroyed, we are not discussing that destroyed. Then in colonial period, what had happened? So education introduced by colonial rulers to produce clerks, not thinkers, focused on obedience, repetition, memorization, language over logic, conformity over creativity, and suppressed indigenous systems of holistic learning and self-awareness. Then education became a tool for administrative utility only, not personal or social liberation. Then in 19th, 20th century, schools modeled after the factories, uniforms, bells, fixed schedules, hierarchical authority, aim prepare disciplined workers for mechanized labor. Then outcome promoted standardization and discipline. So till now we are doing the following the standardization and discipline only, but stifled the imagination, critical thinking, and inquiry also. Now in 21st century, universities redesigned to serve the market, focus on employability, technical certification, return of investment. Education reduced to a economic transaction only now. Emerging features, MOOCs, skill universities, online diploma, education seen as a commodity, not a journey of self-growth. So we must go here also and here also, but we have more and more, the universities are designed. You see, IIM, when IIM came after the industrialization, you can see here the current status, IIM and elite institutes designed to produce corporate leaders, not critical and holistic thinkers or social reformers. So hardly there are from the IIMs or some elite institutes, they are holistic thinkers or social reformers. They are better and better corporate leaders. Focus placement, managerial skills over moral or ethical development. That is necessary, and we are not just saying that they are wrong. I'm saying just we are just observing and try to explore more on the education. Then emergence of skill universities in backward states in like Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and some parts of MP. If you go there, skill universities are opening those regions and not in Delhi and not in some developed places. Why? Because promotions of short-term skill programs and the criticism we can see reduce education to mere employability, bypassing inner development. Means from there, from these backward states, people can get cheap labor. That's why they are trying to interpret skill universities and not higher education. So these are some more part of these regions are devoid of higher education and more skills. Now you have seen in the news also closure of government schools. Over 1 lakh government schools shut down within past 2 decades. And why? Because to push towards privatization and to get cheap labor from rural India, villages only, not in cities and towns. For the factories, high cost private education creates educational divide between economic classes. Then India, now you can see 18% GST on educational goods. So these are some things that has been declining our education. And what has been lost? Skills prioritized over wisdom. Skill is necessary, but it is not everything. Skill prioritized over wisdom. Information over intuition. Jobs over joy and purpose. Teaching how to learn, but not how to live. The core problem is life is integrated, but education is divided. In the result, you can see that we are more and more informed, but disconnected. And this disconnection also lead. I will show you some statistical data we have. Timeline of graphic of this ancient learning to the present stage. You can see ancient holistic learning, the colonial education, the industrial education, corporate skill training, the missing link. We can, if we search, it self-knowledge. And education must not be data-driven, but self-driven too. As you can see, this is a great thinker, great thinker, Isaac. So he was saying that self-education is, I firmly believe, the only kind of education there is. The only function of a school is to make self-education easier, feeling that it does nothing. So this is the, or you can say, from physiological need to up to we can go transcending our whatever we have from self-actualization. So this is the stages of, we can say, this is the artistic education, commercial education, scientific education, then our selfology and transcendence. This is the way. So now you can see when this AI arrived, from, you can see AI arrived in just past 10-20 years, from chat GPT to autonomous vehicles. Like you can see recently, no driver will be needed in trucks. So you can see this kind of transport, and now all in medical system, in education system also. In India also, in Kerala, with Iris, India's first AI teacher. So now this will also transform a lot of things. So capabilities of AI, it has large memory, more than us. Logic, better, speed, fast, adaptability, very nice. But what are the limitations? No consciousness, no self-awareness, no conscience, no lived experience. So it is the humans unique. So what AI cannot do. So some people ask, then when AI will take over all the jobs, or most of, now you can say programming job will be taken over. Doctor, teacher also, most of the job will be taken by AI, and all the driver will be replaced. Then what people will do? At that time, what they have to do, which AI can never do, that is the exploration of our own self. That there we have to do. Everything will be done by AI. We will live a standard life, but at that time, what we will do? We will go for self-exploration. That is the way. And new educational imperative, you can see here, in an AI-driven world, human uniqueness lies not in data retention, but the self-awareness, empathy, ethical reasoning. It is now needed in our education system. I will show you in some of my next slides. You can see, preparing students not to compete with AI, but to complement it with quality. Means we should be with AI. That means AI education with selfology that lead to right education. And you see the crisis of disconnection is very important for all of you. The crisis of disconnection, what has happened nowadays, if you see rising levels of anxiety, depression, and identity confusion, especially among youth. Students know what to do, but not who they are. The more we know the world, the less we seem to know ourselves. So what we have to do here, you can see in society, digital hyper-connectivity has paradoxically led to social isolation and fragmented relationships. Now you see where the relationships have been stopped, or where it is now. WHO report is there. Loneliness affects nearly 1 in 3 adolescents globally. If you go and see the old people at your home, and if you see what they are lacking, what they are facing, the loneliness, they have not lived their life. When they were young, they have not lived their life wisely. That's why they are suffering from the loneliness, and it is rising. And modern lifestyles foster disconnection from the environment, contributing to the climate crisis, biodiversity loss, and ecological effect. Now, UN report also says education must play a role in reconnecting humans with nature to address ecological breakdown. As you can see here, because of this disconnection, what now you can see everywhere this kind of discussions are there. Climate change, biodiversity loss, food insecurity, rising level of sea level, and nowadays floods, all these things, you see, those are because of we are disconnected with the nature. Okay, and you can see these are when you realize that the two most profitable businesses are war and illness. So more and more war are there, more and more you can say this pharmaceutical business is rising. If you try to understand this wisely, you will understand how they are destroying the world. Then one more thing you can say, this data I have collected recently. You see here, in these blue regions, the fertility rate means per woman, the birth per woman. You can see 4 and higher. You can see in the blue regions, and 3 to 3.9. These regions. You can see these regions. This Pakistan, this region you can see here. These are okay. Then 2 to 3 around. You can see this India, this one you can see, and just 1 to 2 other regions, and below 1 that few regions are there, that is below 1. Okay, now you can see, just compare this with the poverty. You can see these are the poorest of the states, and they are producing more and more children. In India also you can see 2 to 3 children per woman. You can see, because you can see under poverty rate, just 1 to maximum 2. So you can see here in most of the regions, you see Europe, Russia, and this. So this also relate. This will also tell a lot of things we are not discussing. And also you can see these are the dark psychology of racism, militarism, nationalism, terrorism, politics, war, all this. Because of we are what we are doing, we are separating. We do not know ourselves wisely. We say I am Indian, you are Pakistani. I am Russian, you are Ukrainian, and there are a lot of disturbances. These are the result of this lack of self-awareness. We do not know ourselves. So purpose, the growing sense of meaninglessness in education and work. Viktor Frankl recently in logotherapy, he stated that lack of meaning, not suffering, is the root cause of modern psychological distress. Now most of the students, most of the people, they are in distress, that because the problem is lack of meaning. Means they do not know what and how to do, but not the suffering is the root cause of modern psychological distress. In a world full of information, the greatest challenge is the connection to oneself, to others, and to earth. And you can Selfology responds to this crisis by restoring the missing connection, beginning with the self. So I'm sorry, it is some more and more theoretical I have given, because I wanted to know the first basic things. Then in our next talk, I will explain a lot more. So another crisis you can see, the basis of Selfology is scientific temperament. And the problem you can see, for example, this person. Okay, what we are doing nowadays, this person, he wants some fruits to eat. What he has done, cut the tree, made a god, and tell, oh God, give me some fruit. This is happening. This we are doing with our nature. Okay, and this is the egocentric, and this is the ecocentric. And most of the people think that egocentric universe, so egocentric earth. You can see this is the result, and ecocentric what we can say. And the poverty, terrorism, war, circus, astrology, insurance, fake news, politics, all these are lack of scientific temper. These are, you can see, these are very, I have already shared in our group also these things. Science under an ignorant, greedy, fearful government company, led by an unscientific leader or surrounded by unscientific, unconscious advisor, lead to war. When people say that because of science, on technology, we are facing problem. No, not because of that. We are facing problem because of these people, okay, which are not led by scientific thinking people. And the result is now earlier, just before 50, 60 years, we had no satellites. But now you can see, because of this space race now, space has become a race now, and the result is space debris. Now we have to produce engineer to clean the space junks. Okay, and the climate crisis you can see, and the you can say maybe future of AI we do not know. This may be also problem. If we continue to accumulate only power, not wisdom, we will surely destroy ourselves. That is by great cosmologist Carl Sagan. So in the space race, if we are only there, then we may face problem. So it is our duty to move on. Okay. So next you can see here this evolution theory. It's not just the evolution theory, the evolution of the body. You can see evolution of the body, evolution of the mind, evolution of the equipments, and evolution of consciousness. So it is our duty to see the things. From here we have started, but we are stuck somewhere here or somewhere here. We have to go here also. Okay. And as you know about the Kardashev scale, type 1 civilization, we are not even in the type 1. We have to go to the type 2 at least. Okay, and then type 3, 4, 5, all the other. And use of technology and AI, how we have to do? If you have money, this matter, money or power or economic power, social power, whatever power you have power, you have energy. This energy can be used either to destroy in the destruction, or you can use it to construct or to the higher self. That means to explore, to understand the whole universe. Why selfology? Now you can see why selfology. Selfology as a missing link, you can see here. So what we have traditional education, that is information, AI-driven education efficiency, and selfology that will lead to transformation. We need all these three: information, efficiency, and transformation. Information through our education system, efficiency through our intellectual or AI-driven education, selfology that transforms us. All these three we need. So selfology as the missing link, fill the gap between knowing and being, learning and living, mind and meaning, then intellect and insight. So this selfology, this education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. These are some quotations I have read here. So I will skip a few slides. You can see. Now, in our most of the education system, if you see, there are sports are there, gym, activities, exercise, dance, music, drama, all these things are there. For entertainment, for competitive elements, all these things are available. But you see, and also there are some courses like value education, yoga, astrology, professional ethics, food and nutrition, all these are there. And also you are in the, you can see in our education system, we have homework, assignment, detention, attendance requirements, all are there. But what is missing? And also you can see these are, there are some counseling centers, stress management, harassment for anti-ragging squad, all these things are there. This kind of cells, if you see, if you are in the university or school, you can see anti-ragging cell, then this cell, the NCC cell, USS cell, a lot of things are there. But what is still we are facing a lot of problems because we are not exploring ourselves. For that also the problem, pitfalls of unconscious escapism. In most of the problems, if you see, when, for example, you some people own a football match, they go for a party, and what do? If they, and those who failed, they also go for a party, and that party is also, both of them are going towards the unconscious escapism, and that is the one of the major problems. In most of the places also, this intoxication is a major problem. So it is if we try to introduce selfology, that means this is not just discipline. It just tell us to radical transformation, not to control, but to transform. That is the purpose of selfology. The first step of selfology is the developing scientific temper, and the second stage is consciousness growth. So what we will do, the basis of selfology is developing scientific temper and consciousness growth that will lead us to the radical transformation. So what we are doing, the first one is science and second is consciousness. So connecting the science and consciousness, this is our selfology. Then I will skip this one and I will skip this one, this one. You see. Now you can see this one. Science cannot solve the ultimate mystery of nature, and that is because in the last analysis, we ourselves are a part of the mystery that we are trying to solve. So this great scientist, Max Planck, he was saying that in science, we are exploring the universe, but we are not exploring the sense. So true education is not just about knowing more, but knowing deeply. That is beginning with oneself. How we can integrate selfology in education? How to introduce selfology? What I am trying to do is, as a supplemental subject, we can introduce as a value-added course, or some pilot project we can start, and as an interdisciplinary module can be blended into courses like psychology, philosophy, ethics, life skills, and science. Here we can start in either in school, college, or university level. So what is experiential activities? These are scientific activities. What we will do, experiential activities, nature walks, journaling, dialogical learning, silence periods, reflection practices. These are some of the things we can introduce. And this is a small syllabus I have made that I will show you in my book. I will share you also. So you can see introduction to, first we will learn in the chapter 1, essence of selfology, the self beyond our body, mind, soul concept, what is given, the traditional views of the self. Then we will go for the understanding the self, that is biological self, physical self, cosmic self, psychological self, the spiritual self, or don't confuse with the spiritual word means with our religious words. And we go for practical aspects of selfology, the practical application of selfology, how it will explore ourselves through some practical experience. The future of selfology we can study. Then we can start, we can chart our selfological journey also. And some practical sessions we can have, self-reflection and introspection, meditation and self-exploration, group discussion, self-analysis, expert lecture on selfology, expert lecture on selfology we can have. So these are some of the things we can introduce through selfology. And I have written a book that is very nicely written. We can go through that. Some other books we can have, The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins. You can explore this one. One more book I have not written, Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Some other books are there. Okay, so these are this is the main book, this is a small book I have written. And we can also introduce faculty development programs on selfology, where what we can do, we can some different modules, foundations of selfology with science, philosophy, and methods, and journaling, mindfulness, science, and these are some of the things. A pilot program we can introduce, 10-week certificate course for educators that will start most probably in the next year in our institute. So in this institute, what we are doing, exploring the outer universe through cosmology, exploring the inner universe through selfology. So you can see here this logo, we have made some efforts exploring the outer universe through Vigyan, exploring the inner universe, Atma Gyan. And collectively, where we reach that, we call it Gyan, or the knowledge, true knowledge. So knowing the objects and knowing the self, both will be there. Observing the observed, that is object, and observing the observer, the self. So scientific research program, science exploration program, selfology program, visiting fellow program, all these things will be there. Just like you can see, we will explore through education, through meditation, through exploration of the nature, through exploration of the universe, through meditation. And these are also some results in most of the some of the European countries and in America. This has been already implemented. Some schools, they have replaced the detention with meditation, and they have achieved some nice results. And these are the things what we can do, that kids exposed to nature regularly develop better attention spans, reduce stress, and improve problem solving ability. This we have to introduce in schools, in colleges, and in the universities. So what I think you may have some different view, but what I think is Albert Einstein, as a scientist of matter, who gave E equal to mc square, that related to matter. The scientist of mind is, you can see, Siddhartha Gautama, and where we can see these are the things: selfology with self-knowledge, self-observation, self-discovery, and all this. And this is the layout of structure. You can visit the website. All these things you will get. These are some of my books I have written. Already we have 10 minutes left, so I'm going quickly. All these books are available in the Amazon and Flipkart. The first stage is we have to develop scientific temper, then we have to study the universe, then we have to study the self. These are the way we can go through. And already this selfology is trademark registered, and this is a certificate I have got, and these are the websites you can go through: pacifics.com and selfology.co.in. And these are the concluding remarks I must have, that let us not merely educate minds, but awaken beings. The future of education is not just technological, but transformational. That have to be. And as we step into an AI-powered, tech-driven materialism era, let us also rise into the self-aware society where education leads to both illumination of intellect and awakening of insights. So, with all this, I have gone a bit fast in the. I'm sorry. I have gone fast in the past few slides. So, if you have any question, you can ask me.
Hi, Shibesh sir.
Hello.
Hi, Shibesh sir.
Hi.
Rajesh here. And first of all, sir, it was very wonderful talk. Sir, am I audible? Hari, am I audible?
Yes, yes, audible.
Okay, okay. Sir, hello.
Yes, yes.
अच्छा ओके ओके मैं वीडियो आप कर दूँ ओके हेलो डॉक्टर स्मिता
Yes, yes.
मैम
Yes, I can hear you.
ओके ओके अच्छा वो तो स्टूडेंटली कुछ फैकल्टी हमारे डिपार्टमेंट हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी से भी जुड़े हुए हैं डॉक्टर विस्मिता इज हियर डॉक्टर पवन सर इज हियर एंड डॉक्टर सोनिमा सिंह इज आल्सो हियर
Yeah.
सो आई जस्ट वांट टू गिव सम फीडबैक मैम विस्मिता मैम
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Vismita Paliwal. I am Associate Professor in Department of Psychology in Deen Dayal Upadhyay, Gorakhpur University. And I really liked the concept of selfology that Sir has developed and trademarked this name. And I had this question that I have already mentioned in the chat box because we have been studying psychology. I'll not say teaching. I have been studying psychology for more than 20 years for now. And what I can see here is that this is a nice way to put up the concept, sir. So congratulations for that. And apart from that, I would like to ask you, sir, that because we have studied the logotherapy by Viktor Frankl that you have mentioned here, and Meaning of Life, the book that he has written. Apart from that, the concepts that you have mentioned in your last slide around the selfology beside the picture of the scientist, Mr. Einstein, the self-awareness, the concept of the self-concept, self-image, self-actualization. We have been studying it throughout for past 20 years in the field of psychology from our BA first semester. So what I wanted to know is that how this concept of selfology, yes, of course, there's a different name, no doubt about it, but how the concept of selfology is different from the concept of self-actualization and meaning of self and the other concepts that you have mentioned here, because we are already studying these concepts in
Yes,
psychology.
yes.
So how are they different from
Yes,
the
yes.
selfology that you are
Already I have,
talking about?
thank you, madam. So already I have mentioned here that selfology, what we are trying to explore. Most of the in psychology department, because I have met a lot of professors of psychology, and discussed about all these things and studied
Yes.
some of the core books that are used in psychology departments in cognitive science. So they are more and more inclined towards psychological facts and towards the studying the mind only. But what in selfology, what I'm trying to say is, just a second, sorry. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is exploring ourselves in all possible avenues, that is physically, cosmologically, because when we are dealing with only psychology, we are not dealing with cosmology. We are not dealing with some quantum mechanics and quantum reality and whatever. So here we try to explore more and more. Not I am saying that we are confined to one realm only. With through mathematics also. Now also one more thing I am doing is I am writing another book, that is perception, reality and truth. So I'm not saying that I have reached that truth or somewhere, but I'm trying to say about the perception, human perception. So those from this selfology, not much different, but together with psychology, we have some physics, we have some mathematics, we have some beyond this kind of that is parapsychology or metaphysics that
Great, sir.
I have not
Great.
gone through. Let us see
Yes.
what we can do.
Yeah. Great, sir. Great concept. That's a very nice thing. So, is there any mathematical equations or
No, no,
some
no,
time
no,
of
no,
quantum thing
near.
that you have developed so far?
No, no, no. Mathematics not developed, not equations, because
Okay, okay.
that
So it
here,
still remains at the
yes,
conceptual
yes,
level.
yes.
Okay.
But I have written something on geometry of I.
Sure,
I-
sure. So would
So how
love to
I
know
is
more about
related to our geometry, that me and Rajesh Kumar sir, we are trying to do something more. So
great,
maybe
great,
in next
amazing.
years, me and Rajesh Kumar will do something more in this.
That's so nice to hear. Thank you, sir. All the best. Thank you.
Okay, Pawan sir, are you here? Dr. Pawan
Yes,
Kumar
sir.
sir.
Good
Yes, yes,
evening,
yes.
sir. It's a very nice talk and very impressive, informative talk. Uh, in sociology, I'm Dr. Pawan Kumar from Department of Sociology. I'm assistant professor there, and Shibesh sir has talked very nicely about the self and other things. So here I would like to know, because in the process of socialization, we the student of sociology learn how the self is developed. It develops through the interaction and all things. For the development of self, there are three theories: one from psychoanalytics and two from the sociological theory of development of self. As Sigmund Freud has talked also about the development of self, George Herbert Mead and C.H. Cooley. These three scholars talked about the development of self. So I would like to put my question very humbly here to Sivesh sir, how the development of self of these three scholars and how the development of self in selfology differs, or is there any similarities?
Yes, that already what you have mentioned, I have also gone through. Though I am a scholar of mathematics, but I have studied from the Sigmund Freud, Alfred Adler, Carl Gustav Jung, and some other psychologists are there. So in psychology, philosophy, and I have tried to explore whatever I could do. And what I'm trying to say here is that already I have mentioned that in sociology or psychology, in sociology, we are exploring ourselves, okay, in through society, through social perspective. So let us, what
Yes, sir.
I'm seeing, that
Yes.
for example, in a class, see, in a class, in a school, most of the students, they are confined to some pattern. They are more competitive. All the time we are going on speaking, going on talking, doing homework, we are competing. One example I must give here, that we have competition for race. Whether you can say race with some 100-meter relay race, or this race, or that race, or three-leg race, or
हिंदू पापा से घर से फोन लगा बात करा दो.
Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir. If you allow me, one thing I would also like to add here, if you allow me, sir.
yes, yes,
As Robert Bierstedt said about the personalities or self, ki I'm not what you think I am. I'm not what I think I am. I'm what you think I am. So here the emphasis is put on the interaction, and also Peter Berger and Thomas Lugman in sociology said about the social construction of reality. So, so I think these all things are interlinked, sir. And very nicely you are saying about the development of self here.
Yes, yes. The self. Let us. I'm saying from the for example, you are sociology professor, psychology professor, so you can understand those things better. But let us try to start from the school level. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how
Yes.
what we can give them. So I have started from the very basic beginning. Basic beginning. Let us ask about our body, then physics, then our mathematics. Then gradually we go up, and we go to the sociology, psychology. And if you heard, there is a talk of, I forgot whose name. Actually, there is a science. Then the first page we can say science. First step must be science. Then after that science. Then you can say this our adhyatma. You can say, for example, Vigyan, Dharma, or Kala. Okay. So first science. Dharma means not I'm talking about the religion, but knowing the nature, laws of nature, the existence, the truth. Then what kind of art we produce? That is the right kind of art. That is the right kind of social structure we can build. Nowadays, if you see, most of the people, we are living in a world without science. Okay, we are using science, but we are not living with science.
Very nice, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
We are using a mobile phone, but we are without knowing the science. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Right, sir.
Why
Yes.
the problem we are facing? If, for example, all the students get 100 crore rupees each, then what they will do? Just see, within a year, we can find how many students there. If they have self-knowledge, then they can do, they better use that 100 crore rupees is the energy. Okay, our
Yes, sir.
socio-economic energy. If they have self-knowledge, what they will do? If they don't have self-knowledge, what they will do? Just think. And then we can develop what kind of things we can do. Is it
Yes. Nice, sir. Very nice, sir. Thank you, sir.
okay? Thank you.
So, Hari, over to you. Just finish at your level.
Okay, so I hope this is good for you, but some theories are there. I tried to explain all these things. When we can meet in a what you can say, in a offline mode, I can discuss all these things in a better way also.
Yeah, sir.
Very nice. It's very nice listening you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So thank you, Hari. And any other question from the students?
I think no other question.
Okay.
Yes, sir, just only one query. I'm Ramesh Singh, joined this session from Assam. One
Yeah.
part of the Assam is the Bodoland, which is very close to the Bhutan.
Okay.
So one friend, Chitra madam, is in our group, and she shared that, and through them I just came to know. So here I am teaching in many of the schools. So being a science student, if I'm taking this selfology is the first step. So from where we should start, and what are the basic elements which we need to be consider, we need to take first step toward the selfology.
I have actually I couldn't show you. If you can see my screen, Nana. Till you can see my
Yes,
screen.
please.
You can see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, I have made all these things because we didn't have much time, because whenever we try to make everything clear, it takes time. So Here you can see everything I have written here, how we can start. To anyone, from a small children to a elderly person, how we can start, you can see. In this book, I have written all these things properly. Just ask the question, what is the essence of selfology? So what is selfology, we can define, and what are the different perspectives, the social, physical, biological, and all these things we can ask, we can tell the students also. Also, I have made a syllabus also. Here I have made, here not, I will show somewhere. Yeah, I have made a syllabus too. Syllabus.
You can share in groups, sir. No problem.
Yes.
Yes, that will be better.
Yes, yes, you can see. For
You can contact Shibesh, sir. Then he will share.
for high school, for middle school also, I have made some syllabus for small children also. For middle school students, you can see what we can tell them. Just tell them about selfology. 10 weeks course here, 1 session per week. Okay, just tell them introduction to selfology with a story. Welcome to the world of selfology. Kick off with a captivating story introducing selfology. Fun with multifaceted self. Just like example I have given. So these are very simple things. For example, superhero self exploration. These things are very simply we can present the middle school students. Okay, we can tell them time travel story of Albert Einstein. Okay, so these very simple things we can tell them how to start selfology. I have made all these things very clear. So when we get, I can tell them.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, then.
I would like to give vote of thanks, sir.
Yes.
ये जो सागर महासागर बने थे कभी, ये बूंद बूंद मिलाकर बने थे सभी. This green earth we live on is a blessing which is truly rare. कभी तो सोचा करो मेरे यार, इन किताबों के भी पार. The true knowledge lies beyond the pages, in the self-study and deep thinking. आज शिबेश सर ने हमें दिखाया कि एक यूनिवर्स बाहर है तो एक यूनिवर्स हमारे भीतर भी रहता है, वेटिंग अस टू एक्सप्लोर एंड डिस्कवर. टीचर्स डे के इस पावन दिन पर हम सब ने सिर्फ नया ज्ञान पाया, न सिर्फ नया ज्ञान पाया बल्कि एक नई दिशा भी पाई. With heartfelt gratitude, we say thank you, Shibesh sir, for enlightening us today. Your words are not just knowledge, they are inspiration, motivation, and light. Once again, a very big thank you to Shibesh sir and to every teacher for showing us that learning is a journey without end. I will end with a famous quote by Debashish Chatterjee. The capacity of our self is so big that it can contain the whole world and still have some space left in it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hari, thank you, Bharti, thank you, Rajesh sir, and all the professors, Pawan sir, and all the students here. Thank you all. So let
Thank you
us
so much, sir. Thank you so much.
also. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Madam.
Namaskar.